Were you driving without a license? Is that a crime? Well, I'm here to tell you whether it is or not. My name is Lance Fryrier, and I'm the defender of justice. Defender of justice. Defender of justice. Defender of justice. I don't normally look like this in my day job. I look like this. But it's more fun to film these videos as the defender of justice. So if you are watching this video, you may be worried because you got pulled over for driving without a license. And that is something to be worried about because it could be a crime or it could be an infraction. So how do you know if you got cited for a crime or an infraction? Well, if the officer gave you a ticket that has a dollar value on it, then you got cited for an infraction. And if you want, you can just pay the dollar amount, but it's probably more than $500, so you might not want to. If you got cited for something that doesn't have a dollar amount, or they said they're going to send you a notice in the mail, that means you've probably been charged with a crime. So what's the difference? Well, if you don't have a valid license, your license expired, or you never got a valid license, then if you happen to have good ID on you at the time the officer pulls you over, you can show your expired license or have your passport. It's called driving without a license, but with valid ID. That's a traffic infraction. If you don't happen to have a good ID and you don't have a valid license, that's a crime. It's a simple misdemeanor crime with a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Now, I'm not talking about driving with a suspended license. Driving with a suspended license is always a crime. A license becomes suspended if you fail to pay a ticket, if you get a DUI or reckless driving or hit and run conviction, sometimes child support, lots of reasons, but this is just about driving without a valid license. So if you got the infraction, you could send in a request for a contested hearing if you want to fight about it and try to get the charge dismissed. You can send in a request for a mitigation hearing to try to just pay a lesser fine, but you will be convicted, or you can just pay the fine. If you get charged with the crime, then you have to go to court. And the goal is by the time you get to court, try to have a valid license. Now, it's not often you need a private criminal defense attorney for that type of charge. You might feel more comfortable with one. It's considerably less expensive on average to defend that type of charge. But that one you may be able to do with a public defender if you qualify, or you may try to handle it yourself. But if you're at all nervous or you have any type of criminal history, definitely reach out to a criminal defense attorney. So if you have any questions, you can give my office a call. Again, I'm Lance Fryrier. My firm's been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. We'll be happy to help. We'll be happy to advise, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.